Okay, I forgot to record. Now we will record this session. है ना?
Okay.
I forgot to record. Okay. Now, this is a for general example. Let's suppose that I want to study about the toppers backgrounds. है ना? How they become a
Mm.
topper? Because of 100 students, there is only 4 or 5 toppers. Then how they become a topper? So I study about their backgrounds, their family education, their family environment, their behaviors. I studies. Okay. So I go
Mhm.
personally and take a original data from them. Okay. So this is a first hand information. Okay. This is a first hand
Mhm.
information. This is a primary data. Okay. Okay. Next is secondary data. In the word of M.M. Blar, secondary data are those which are already in existence and which have been collected for the some other purpose than the answering for the question in hand. Okay. Uh, for the M.M. Blar, there is a what is a secondary data? Secondary data that is already existing. We not go
Yeah, like
personally. We
Wikipedia.
not investigate. We not investigate personally. There are already published data. We take information from. We collect data from that information. Okay. So this is a
Yeah.
secondary data. According to the whistle, data collected by other person are called secondary data. Okay. Let's suppose that you want to study about the people habit. I publish
Mhm.
the report. Okay, I collect the
Mhm.
data of people habits. I publish the report. If I collect the data, this is a primary data, है ना? First hand data. Okay, and
Mhm.
you doing your study from my published article. So this is a secondary data. Okay, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, understood. Okay. So give me another example of primary or secondary data.
Primary is basically when you go and collect the data by yourself, and secondary data is when you actually use already given data.
Give me examples.
For example, you're doing a Sensex thing. You have to go there in the live. You have to go in person and ask for the amount of people over there and all of them. But for example, you're doing a group, you're doing a school project, so saying that what's the average income of these people. The values might be like already given, so you have to take it from there.
Okay. If I make notes, it is a primary data, and you make
Mhm.
notes from my notes, it is a secondary
Mhm.
data. This is okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Next. Obviously, since these data has already been collected by the somebody else, these are available in a form of published or unpublished report. It may be published or it may be not published. Various department collect the data, various agencies collect the data. They may be published or they may not be published. Okay. For example, data related to the Indian Railway, which are annually published by the Railway Board, would be a secondary data for any
Secondary data.
researcher. Okay. This is the best example. Okay. uh, you see the lots of companies are running in India, है ना? Some of companies they
Mhm.
publish their annual report, their balance sheet, है ना, in newspaper, in the other journals, but some of not publish their information, their balance sheet to the public, है ना? So it may be published or it may not be published. Clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay. Next. So what is the difference between the primary or secondary data? You The page is visible to you. Page is visible, Gautam.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So what is the various difference between the between primary or secondary? First is difference of originality. Okay. In primary data, we collect data from its original source. Okay. Primary data are originally because these are collected by the investigator from the source of their origin. Okay. Let's suppose that I want to study about the particular data. I collect the primary data, and then this is a I am the investigator and I collect from their origin. There are no any biasness, there are not any incorrect information. I collect a correct information. I collect from the
Mhm.
its origin. Okay. in secondary data are already in existence and therefore are not original. It not original, we take from the another one and it is a secondary data, second hand data. Okay, difference in objective. Okay, what is the difference? Primary data are always related to the specific objective of the investigator. These data therefore do not need any adjustment for the concerned study. Okay, if I take original data, if I want to if I want to collect the information of a particular person, particular people, particular things, so what are the main objective? I need to my main objective, I need to know about the specific things. Okay, I want to, let's suppose that I want to study about the people behavior during COVID. Let's suppose that I want to study about the people behavior during COVID. So I am the investigator and my objective about the looking the people behavior or what people did in a COVID duration. Okay, I have a specific objective. Okay, these data therefore do not need any adjustment. Okay, people doing their behavior, people said to me their behavior, what they did, what they not did. Okay, this is the original form, and I did not know, I did not adjust any information. Okay, there is no need of adjustment of any information. The information in a original form. Let's suppose that some of people doing yoga, some of people doing their spend their quality time, their family. Some of people learn lots of things. Okay, so this is the data.
Yeah.
There's in a original
Okay.
basis, and we not need to adjust these data. There are no need to adjustment in these data. Okay, secondary data have already been collected from some other purpose. Therefore, these data need to be adjusted to suit the objective of a study in hand. In a secondary data, we can adjust the data according to our study. If we want to study
Yes.
about the people habit of alcohol, so we collect the not whole the data, we collect only alcohol people data, and then we study about their behavior. And for in this study, we can specifically maybe in a alcohol people doing people who drink alcohol, and we collect the specific persons. Yeah, we collect the data from the specific area and gender also. So we collect the data from only male, that male drunker are more than female, or like these kind of data, and then we study the behavior. So we can adjust according to our study. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have any problem, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Yeah, because it is statistic, and you need to know about these things. In 11, you kids
No,
are,
I'm not asking that because we have already done this in school, right? So I'm just, it's like a revision for me.
huh? Gautam, what you want to say?
Ma'am, because we have done this in school, so it's going to be a revision like me. That's what I was saying.
Okay, okay. So it is easy for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Difference in a cost and collection. Okay. Difference in a cost and collection. Okay. Primary data are costlier in term of time, money, and efforts involved than the secondary data. Okay. In a primary data, suppose that we personally go and investigate, we collect the information. Okay, this meeting is end in a 10 minutes. Wait a minute.
Yes, ma'am.
एक second. You take class from the other faculties also, Gautam? Hello, Gautam.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
So these classes are only for 10 to 20 minutes. Okay, 40 minutes is okay. Okay,
Yeah,
let's start.
first 40 minutes and then you have to rejoin for 20 minutes again.
20 minutes. Okay. Now,
I'll just go with water, just give me a minute.
okay. This is my, actually I'm taking for first June classes. Okay. Primary data, let's suppose that I want to study about the student habits. Personally, I go there and take a data. So it's took a lots of time. lots of effort, and maybe a lots of cost are there. Doing expenditures are there. So primary data are costlier. Primary data consume time and money also, है ना? And lots of efforts of a investigator. This is because primary data are collected in a first time and their source of origin. Because primary data collect in a origin for the first time, that's why it is costlier. It's required lots of time. Secondary data are simply collect from the published or unpublished report. Okay. Secondary data, we can go to any department, we can read any articles, and we can publish. We can use any published data, and we collect from our information from published or unpublished data. Okay. These are less expensive, less time consuming, and there are lots of less efforts are required are there. Okay. So this is a primary or secondary data. Okay.
Okay.
There are some statistical method and modes of data collection. What is the methods or modes are there? First is personal interview. Second, in information
Online,
question.
like polls, or
Huh?
else like you can ask for like surveys, online surveys.
Huh. Okay. Next is telephonic interview. First is personal interview. Second is information through questionnaire. And third is telephonic interview. Okay. What is a personal interview? Okay. Personal interview. Let's suppose that I
Like a
want
person
to.
goes to a house.
Huh. Let's suppose that I want to study about your daily routine. How you study, what will you do? Huh? I want to, and I ask you questions, you reply me. So this is a personal investigation, personal, direct personal interview are there. Huh? I investigate you and you give me an answer. You see lots of news and in social media, in reels, you saw a interview are there. If you subscribe any channel, IAS UPSC channel, then you know about the people are student interview. Student give their interview to the mentor. Okay, what it is a direct personal investigation of a method by which data are personally collected by the investigator from the respondent. Okay, let's suppose that I ask you question and you reply me. You reply me these questions, you answer
Okay.
me these questions. So it is a direct personal investigation. Okay, like this. If I want to ask what you like in morning and what you like in dinner, so you reply me, ma'am, I like rice. So this is a personal investigation. Okay. So direct personal investigation is a method by which data are personally collected by the investigation from the respondent. Okay. Data are collected from the respondent. Let's suppose that I want to ask you question and I'm asking you question. I'm the investigator and you are a respondent. You give me directly answer. In the other word, investigator establish a direct relation with the person from whom the information is to be obtained. Okay. In this, investigator directly relate directly maintain a relation with the person and collect the information. Let's suppose that
Yeah.
I ask you question. Firstly, I came to your home, or maybe I take information online, face to face
Mhm.
information from you, and then I collect the information from you. Okay, direct personal
Mhm.
investigation. In a direct personal investigation, the success of the method, however, required that the investigator should be very diligent, efficient, impartial, and tolerant. Okay. Okay. This is a because this is a long method. This is a some time-consuming method. So, for an investigator, for investigative point of view, an investigator must be diligent, efficient, impartial, and tolerant all the situation, then he will collect the correct information. There are maybe you are a well patient and well behavior person, you give me the information, but I go to another one and he is not that patientable person, his behavior is not good, but in this situation I want to collect the data. So an investigator must be tolerant all the situation, impartial and efficient. And efficient in these handle all the situation. Direct contact with the worker in an industry is to obtain information about their economic condition is an example of the method. Let's suppose that let's suppose that we go to a factory, a industry, and we ask information, we ask questions from the workers, and we take information from there. So this is a direct personal investigation. Clear, Gautam?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Which in which study this is a suitable? This method is collected primary data is suitable, particularly when the field of investigation is limited in or not very large. Let's suppose that I want to study about the uh, for the particular area. Let's suppose that a village or a town or a 10 or 15 people are there, and I want to study about their habits. Then it is good, but the population is large, the field of investigation is large. Let's suppose
Yeah.
that I want to study
Yeah.
about the state,
Mm-hmm.
behavior of a state or behavior of the nation. So it is a large study, and it is not useful for the large study. A greater degree of originality of data are required, but it need of a greater degree of originality means if you want to original data, only or only original data, we don't uh, rely on a second hand data, then we prefer the personal investigation. Information to be kept secret. Okay. If I take information from you, then we I kept all the information in on a secret. I'm not published these information, and I'm not in the another use. Accuracy of a data is greater significance. It is a accurate. It is a fully accurate. We collect in a first hand. We know the all the reality, and this is a accurate data. When direct contact with the corresponding is required, okay, or it need to direct contact with the respondent. Okay. If I want to ask information from you, I want to collect information for you, then I directly contact with you, and I collect the data from you. Okay. So this is a suitable
Okay.
in these situations. Next is merits. Originally, data high degree of originality. Okay, this is a merit and advantage. Advantage कौन से हमारे these in these personal investigation. So data are originally, because we take a originally form of data. Accuracy, data are freely accurate from the personal collected. Okay, we personally collect is, it is a pure. Okay, it is a purely data. We not biased it. It is a in a original form. Reliability, because of a information is collected by the investigator himself, the reliability of data is not doubted. Okay, so if I collect the data, so I know that data are reliable. If you collect the data in your head, then you're reliable. Yes, this is collected by me, then it is a reliable. है ना? So we can
Mm-hmm.
take a data, it is a reliable. Okay, related information, when the direct contact with the respondent, the investigator may obtain the other related information as well. Okay, let's suppose that I am connect with you directly. Okay, then I collect the data from you, a particular study about that your if you want to I want to study about your study habits. Study habits, then I can take data from your other things also, what you like in
Mm-hmm.
your food, which actor you like, which dressing sense you like, which insta page in you like, है ना? So I can take data from
Mm-hmm.
other I can relate, and I can take other information also. Okay, so next is unformality